For too long, a shadow has gripped the land. And we have stood by, paralyzed by fear and doubt. For those who dream of a better world, the time has come to open our eyes, to rise up and join together. To reclaim what is ours. And declare with one voice, our time is now.
Well, let me try that again. Had to clear my throat. Hello. Brad, that was a very quick trip to the bank. As you know, it is Thursday night. Well, not for Brad, but for just about everybody else. Well. Thursday night. Oh, hold on. I just realized my title is encroaching on the chat. Hold on. I make these things happen by the seat of my pants. All right, where's the title thing? This is all what you've come to expect from the Game Lawyer stream. Let's see. We'll make that a little smaller. Right there, sort of center blank-ish. All right. There we go. All right, it's like nothing ever went wrong. So, hello Evie23, first in the stream. Hello Brad. Hello Keith. Hello Maxie. Hello Joss. Look at me saying hi to everybody. Now watch, I overlooked someone. But I didn't overlook Joss. So I figured, y'all enjoyed watching me play this for 9 hours without even speaking. I'm streaming again, Guild Wars 2. I'm not deluding myself. I don't think any of you come here for the game. Like, oh my god, what game is he gonna play? I think there's only varying degrees of not liking the games that I play. I feel a little bad that I've been playing Guild Wars 2 all week, but I was planning to play Red Dead Redemption 2 because that's, you know, I've made a commitment to not drop it. I just really wanted to play Guild Wars 2. It's what I've been playing. It's what I feel. It's what I'm feeling right now. So, you know, just back to my old antics, never finishing anything. You can't even tell which people are in which guild. That's true. Odd. And Maxie pointed out that was an odd Guild Wars 2 trailer, and I agree. You know, I always find a trailer when I set up a scene collection for a particular game, and all of Guild Wars 2 trailers were like 5 to 6 minutes long. So I ended up using some of those for the background videos here. That's fine. To play in the background while I'm just talking, but having a trailer that and most of them don't have any kind of like dialogue or anything either. It's just like, hey, here's 5 minutes of shots of Guild Wars. Have fun. They're nice to look at, but I don't want to do that. My initial welcome screens where I put up the trailer. Yeah, I like to keep those trailers under 2 minutes if I can. So, anyways, but the one trailer they had that was around 2 minutes was the launch trailer. That weird trailer was the launch trailer for this game. And I was like, it's kind of cool. 90% of it's got nothing to do with the game, except for like, oh, everyone's hyped to play Guild Wars 2. It's basically that's the pitch, I think. I know I'm wearing actually, I don't know what brand pants I'm wearing. I'm wearing sweatpants. They're nice, they're comfy. Oh God, Brad, you preferred I played anything else? Is it MMOs in general or Guild Wars in particular? Because as far as MMOs go, Guild War is very just like, hey, I'm another MMO. But like, yeah, all the other MMOs are fine, but Guild Wars 2 is for bitches. No tuggies. Well, who knows? Maybe, maybe Guild Wars 2. Maybe that's why there's so much tension. Maybe that's the tension behind all the Guild Wars. Can't we all just get along? And then they're like, just a few more tuggies in the world, everyone might unclench a little bit. Maybe they get along better. Let's see. You got a live. Yes, I don't know what that means. You play 7 different stories, and you started with prehistory in the Wild West currently. Well, that sounds very interesting. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it sounds really cool. Guilds should unite and take down the capital owning class. It's MMOs in general. But Brad, do you like when I was playing Red Dead Redemption? Because the way I play MMOs, it's almost the same as the way I play Red Dead Redemption. Except, I'll grant you, Red Dead Redemption is a lot more cinematic to look at. And, yeah. It's not like an MMO. Oh, it's an RPG, okay. Oh no! Wait, so everyone hates Guild Wars 2 except for me? Oh, Brad thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was a pretty mediocre time. I'm gonna look over my stream history here. Now I want to go down a list because I've been doing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 lately. What did you think of when I streamed Bravely Default? Were you a big fan of that, Brad? Bravely Default 2. I did Raft for one stream. V Rising, were you a huge fan of that? I'm thinking we're going back 4 months to Daggerfall and Pool of Radiance. It's the last time Brad enjoyed my stream. Oh no, Brad, okay, time of your life with Bravely Default. Alright. Yeah, I'm with you, Maxie. It's starting to cool off here. But we're still like randomly gonna get in the 80s and 90s over the course of the next week on a couple days. But I like it when it cools off. So the way that my apartment is in my office, I still actually have to turn on the AC in the afternoon. Like today, I think the high was in the mid to low 70s. But the sun hits this side of the building all afternoon, and it's like a greenhouse. It just heats up. So. Oh, V Rising was okay. Okay. I don't know why I thought maybe you hated that. What do you think? What about Lord of the Rings Online, Brad? That's got some weird, janky character models. I would think you would have some joy out of watching that game. Or maybe you hate it even more for that. old textures, janky character animations. Seems just like the sort of thing you'd like. Oh, it also stinks. Okay. Okay, so Bravely Default, which I still haven't finished either. I haven't finished anything. You like the bad animations, but it's not enough. Yeah, I've really been enjoying Guild Wars 2. Well, you know, I am a fan of MMOs. I've enjoyed a large number of them for different reasons. And I've been having, just in general, an MMO itch for the last couple months. I've been playing other stuff too. I haven't been exclusively into MMOs, but like I played a little bit of Star Wars. I haven't played ESO. That one, I don't know why. That's one of the ones that I consider a good game that I should like, that I have the hardest time getting into. You know, I never explain what I'm doing. Well, what you want, like the story of what I'm doing, or the reason, just the moment, like why am I killing these ogres? Well, you know, to be fair, when I streamed Guild Wars 2 for 9 hours on Sunday, I didn't say anything at all for 9 hours. So, and I know Josh speculated it's because I did that because I hate you. And yeah, he's right. Just kidding, Josh. Honestly, the reason why it was nice, the way that when I do the quiet streams, and I don't know if that's something I'm going to make a habit out of, because honestly, I think it's kind of it feels like a troll move to do something like that. But anyways, but honestly, like, if I'm not going to use my microphone at all, then I don't have to wear a headset either. And that's another thing that I get tired of, is I have a really nice headset, but it's warm and it fatigues my head after I wear it for, you know, after about 2 or 3 hours. I kind of want to take it off. And a lot of the gaming that I do in private, I just have my regular desktop speakers. So not having a headset on is one more thing that will keep me from wanting to stop playing after a couple hours. So, well, I've worn headsets that are light and that I barely feel. I've had comfortable headsets before, and this one that I'm wearing is comfortable. It's a little on the heavy side, but it's pretty comfortable. It's just after 3 hours, it's you really start feeling it. Oh, I appreciate you're here just because you like me. Even though I didn't talk for 9 hours? Yeah, I don't think there's any danger that the headset is literally going to crush my neck or anything. Like the weight of it, that I can't structurally support it. It's not that bad. I'm not trying to claim it's that bad. You know, it's even more just the pressure of the headset on my ears, and like the way that it presses against my glasses against my ears. That starts getting sore. Well, I think I was pretty well parked hard into Guild Wars 2 last Sunday. So Stellaris is still, it's like a coin rattling around in the back of my interest bucket. My metaphors are very shit right now. Everyone's got an interest bucket. Come on. There's still, you know, I'm at a point right now where there's a lot of games that are sort of on the verge where I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. But then there's like one particular game will just be like, click. And right now that game is Guild Wars 2. Why is it starting to strain credulity? Is it like when I talk about how good Huel is? Is that the problem? Like whenever he talks something up this bad, you know it's probably gritty and terrible. I'm trying to remember now what my headset is. And you can be the judge. Which one? I always buy stuff and then I can't remember what it was that I bought. But I was like, I know it was good. Headset. The Steel Series 7. Steel Series Arctis 7. Oh my god. It's fucking expensive now. It's like twice what I paid for it. So, just know, I didn't spend, if anyone looks at this, I did not spend as much as they're charging for this. This is $198 marked down from $209. Are they fucking high? I might have spent $100 on these. Well, what I really wanted was a really nice sounding, high quality wireless headset. And one with a mic that I was hoping. Now, I realized pretty early on that the mic wasn't good enough to substitute my actual desktop streaming mic. But whenever I get a headset, I have some remote hope that I'll be able to retire my desktop mic altogether. And so far that, that hasn't been a thing. Any headset, if you wear it for hours and hours, is going to start feeling like a torture device. Especially any that are like that, the over-ear. If it's not like a light foam headset, it's going to start fatiguing you. It's not a fault. It's not like the headset. Like, oh, you're going to get the one that's really an actual good one. And you can wear it for 12 hours and you won't even notice it's on there. Well, I'm not spending $200 on no headset. So, well, I think Sennheisers were. I mean, you can get Sennheisers for $50. Depends on if you're going to get. A lot of those top brands have a very wide range of quality. You can spend $50, or you can spend $900. Nah, I don't think I'd go $200 for a headset. I mean, ultimately, I don't think I could be happier with the headset that I got. I just know after being a person that has worn headsets constantly for the last 20 years, either through work or through gaming, I understand that, you need the most comfortable headset. If you wear it for 8 hours, it's going to start getting a little bit like, I want to get this thing the fuck off of me. I guess you could consider this gamer shit. But honestly, this headset for around $100, I think that was a good deal. I've worn a lot of headsets, especially since it was my job to wear headsets for several years. Now, I didn't wear like the over-ear like these, but I've worn a lot of headsets. I've worn some good ones and some not so good ones. I did wear some over-ears ones too that were really uncomfortable. That really it almost felt like my ears were getting bruised. Like, these never feel like that. It just gets, after several hours, it just starts getting like, you start feeling them. You want to take them off. Well, I don't know what your standards would be for a good headset. I mean, if you think the quality of a good headset necessitates that it's indistinguishable from not wearing a headset. I mean, I don't know that there's such a thing. Over-ear open headphones? I'm having a hard time understanding what that means. I'm sure I've seen them. Some of the terminology, I don't know. You get one from for 100, but just past that, nope. Well, this one, I was looking originally for 50, and I was thinking I'd go between 50 and 100. And I looked at a lot of comparison videos, and yeah, this just fell into like a sweet spot. But maybe my head's too fat. It could be that headphones are not low quality. It could be my skull is low quality. No, I'm actually a big fan of my headset. Open backs are just what they sound like. Not good for actual offices. They sound better but leak a lot. That would be actually fine. Oh my shit. Look at that. Hey Nick. I saw you were playing like you were playing Cyberpunk 2077. They had a huge overhaul patch recently. How are you enjoying it? Because you played it a couple times around launch, right? Are you noticing any like a big difference from launch? But I mean, ultimately, I'm not like a super. I'm sure there are better. You could drop $1,000 on a headset. I know there are better, more expensive. Probably. I mean, that's what I've learned too. Is sometimes paying more does make it better. Like you get what you pay for sometimes, and other times you pay a shitload and it's just like bullshit. But there's definitely like sometimes paying more actually does increase the quality of what you're getting. But I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't go too far. Oh, you just started over. Okay, I got you. Talons of yeah. Well, actually, that was it didn't do the Talons of Justice sound, did it? I thought it did my the majestic. I have the like majestic membership song. Let me see. I don't even know where my do I have an app that I can look at that where I can test my notifiers? I don't even know anymore. It's so rare that I mess with that stuff at all. Like I set all that stuff up 4 years ago and haven't really looked at it since. Now I'm trying to see if I can find it. Streamwise is a website. I thought I had an app too. Okay, I think I do have the app. Oh, now it's updating the app. Oh, maybe I combined the sounds, because I did create a customized sound. I must have combined the sounds. So that's what it is. I just forgot. I forgot that I combined it. I combined the music thing with the original OG Talons of Justice motorcycle rev. Hawk cry sound. Nope, that's not cool. It's not what I wanted. I could have sworn I had an app where I could access all that shit. Now I'm looking. It's like, la la la. I'm falling down a rabbit hole, guys. You're all coming with me. Alright, I'll come back here again. No, that's not right. That's all. This is just like G-Law. Gets distracted by something and almost forgets he's even streaming. Classic. I think I just only ever did this on the web. I think I got confused because they had Streamlabs OBS, which I think I downloaded once, but then everyone kept saying what a nightmare it was. So I never used it. But I thought there was just an app that handled the Alright, here we go. Test donation. Now it just occurred to me, is the background music in this super noisy? Because that's something that as I make new scene collections, I'll realize after the fact, like, oh, that background noise was like drowning my shit out. I'm looking at the meters and it's looking like I'm competing with it a little bit. Test subscriber.
Law! Talons of justice!
That's what I thought. And then if you're a member...
Law! Talons of justice!
It's combined with the music. It's the grand version of the Talons of Justice. Let's see, Super Chat. I think that's all I had. That's pretty cool, though.
Law! Talons of justice!
Talons of sponsorship. Alright, well, that was 10 minutes of your lives you're not getting back, so I could push a few buttons. So how's everyone doing tonight? Now that I'm 27 minutes into my stream, let me see. I'll do my weekly catch up. Is anything exciting going on? I think we're paddleboarding again this weekend. It's going to be our last paddleboard of the season. I'm kind of ready for it. I got so tired paddleboarding last time that I was kind of like, I think I'm ready to not do this again until next year. But they're like, oh, we're going to do it again in 2 weeks. It's like, oh, shit. But it's supposed to be nice because this time, the reason I got tired is because we've been doing it on lakes, big lakes. And lakes, well, they collect wind. And so it's real easy to get blown out in the middle of the lake. And then when it's time to come back, it's like, it was so hard getting back last time. It took like an hour and a half, 2 hours of like vigorous paddling just to get back to the shore. Because we got pushed out there so far and going back in against the wind. And by the time we got back, I was like, all right, I think I'm done doing this shit for a while. We're going to try it again next summer. I was so sore and so tired and so like exasperated. It was, I mean, overall, I still had fun, but it was like, I felt like, oh my, that's the most tired I've ever been. Vigorously. You'll paddleboard me if I play again next week? If I play this again. Oh, goddamn, Brad. I didn't know you felt... I honestly didn't know you had such a vicious dislike of this game. Is it the name? I mean, I've never seen you react this adversely to other MMOs. Is it the name Guild Wars? I mean, I'll admit, it's kind of a dumb name, but you just look past it. For an MMO, it's pretty, it's good. It's pretty solid. Well, next week, let me see. I don't know. Probably the week after will be Dead by Daylight. Maybe next week. Next week is the last Thursday before October begins. I'll have to get my October affairs in order. Let's see, what's the other thing that's happening? Oh yeah, so the place where we're paddleboarding this weekend is going to be, it's going to be a very slow moving like river stream thing, and we're going to arrange it so, because there's a few, I think there's 3 different households going, so we're gonna have 3 cars. We're gonna meet, and we're gonna arrange it so that we'll have a start point and an end point, and we'll all go to the start point, blow up our boards, and then like move a couple of the cars down to the end point. I forget the logistics, but it's gonna be a thing where we're not gonna paddle down and back. We're just gonna paddle down and sort of let the stream carry us for however long it takes. Just be like a long, gentle log ride on our paddle boards. And then once we get to where we're going, we'll get out, and that's it. So I'm like, when my wife told me that, I was like, okay, that actually does sound kind of good. Because I'm like, if we're gonna do something that involves paddling vigorously against wind for 2 hours just to get back to the shore again, I don't know if I'm in the mood for that this weekend. Oh yeah, Jetfire. No, I mean, Dead by Daylight's one of my favorite games that I never play. But I tend to play it every October. It becomes probably the most played game that I play in October. The reason I don't play it just regularly is because it stresses me out. I mean, into it when I'm playing, but like I get tense and my heart races and stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, I don't think I have like high blood pressure and shit. I don't think I can deal with that. I don't think my body would appreciate if my gaming experience is like that all the time. That's why I play games like Guild Wars 2, Brad, because it relaxes me. October's the best time of year. You like that, Evie? Like October? And then maybe I'll finish, I started playing, what was it, Resident Evil 2 Remake last October, and I never finished it. I didn't touch it again after October ended. Maybe I'll, it's only like a 9-hour game, and I didn't finish it. Oh man. With Brad, it's just layer upon layer of games that he hates. I think October's going to be a bad time for Brad. Maybe I'll find some, I don't know, some old antiquated horror-themed game with terrible character models, horrible control scheme that will be frustrating and excruciatingly user unfriendly that I can play, that Brad will enjoy watching me play. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye out for something antiquated and clunky that's just excruciating to play due to the like interface and control problems that Brad will enjoy watching me play. There is a good example. Why would I play classic RuneScape? Okay. I've been tempted to try it out because I know people that like it really like it. And Joss actually warned me against it once because it's addictive. But RuneScape strikes me as a kind of game that the demographic that plays it are kids who were looking for something free to do in the early 2000s and got hooked, and now as adults they still think it's great because it was the free game that they played when they were 7. But that as someone coming at it purely from like being a grown-up, then maybe it's not that great a game. I don't know. This could be a very, very like shitty way of looking at it, and the people that like it are going to be like, you judgmental prick. Would you actually be into classic RuneScape, Brad? The classic RuneScape is the Roblox of the early. I think I would like RuneScape a lot more than I would like Roblox. But yes, I suspect there will be certain parallels with Roblox. That as we hit like get towards 2030, there's going to be a lot of 20-somethings that are all into Roblox and thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going to play old school Roblox. I don't like all this new shit. And they're like, yeah, OG Roblox, bro. Roblox. But it's all people that started playing it for free when they were like 6 years old and thought it was the greatest thing ever. And then they launched into adulthood with their nostalgia goggles on. Roblox, dude. But you try as a 40-something year old man coming cold into Roblox. It's like, what the hell am I doing? I know I'm on an FBI watch list just for installing this thing. I felt weird enough about Minecraft. But honestly, when I got into Minecraft, it wasn't very well known yet. I started playing it before it exploded. But then after it got huge, and like Minecraft streamers started getting these, questionable reputations of catering to kids in kind of weird ways, it's like, oh, okay, I don't know. How you doing, Hunty? Guild Wars 2 is one of those MMOs you wanted to play, but you can't because no PC. Yeah, that's something I'm actually surprised that they haven't, because of all the MMOs that I've tried, it's one of those that would lend itself. I mean, it's got jumping puzzles for gosh sakes. That would go very well with a console gameplay. They'll look fondly on how Roblox taught them young about the horrors of capitalism. Yeah, that sounds good. But Hunty, were you really into, was it Final Fantasy 14 or ESO? I know it was one of the games that are on console that I played you were super into. I want to say it was Final Fantasy 14, right? I think Final Fantasy 14 still probably kicks the crap out of this game, but it's a different pace. Like they're very, I mean, they're both MMOs, yes, but the way it feels to play this versus Final Fantasy 14 is very different. And Final Fantasy is still on my list to go back to. I think the thing is with Final Fantasy is, it's like, if I'm going to play something that requires a subscription, I got to be in a different mindset. And for those of you who were on my stream on Sunday, you know that I dumped a block of money into Guild Wars 2. I essentially bought their expansion collection because they gave me a full day trial of being able to use a mount, and then it expired. And mounts are something that were added in the expansions, so you don't get to use a mount if you don't buy the expansions. And so I was like, well, fuck it, I'm really having fun with this game. They had a special to get all three expansions for $50. So I was like, yeah, okay, that is like, I can justify that. So boom, I got it. And then I rode that dinosaur hard. I don't know that they really explained the dinosaur. It's just like, hey, you got a dinosaur now. It's like, sweet, all right. Let me see. Let me get this thing. Let me get this thing fired up in the background.
45 seconds of gameplay.
So yeah, this is Gloric. Get it? G-Law Rick, Gloric. When I played this several years ago, I made a Strom, which is one of my main things. But when I started playing again, I decided I just need to start over. So I'm probably going to delete him. And I'll probably remake all of these character classes. These aren't very far along, and I think the leveling is a lot faster now too. Oh wait, is this super low? I think the volume on this is super low, but I think I turned it down. I did create this person this week because I wanted to try a necromancer, and for some reason, just like a pale, badass-looking lady felt like that was the way to do a necromancer. So these are really the only two characters I've been playing. This is my hunter pet class. The beginning story of character creation? Are you talking about in this game, Hunty? Yeah, show dominance to get a dino. That's right. Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's one of those games that's I've looked at a few times, and because everyone seems to love it, and I've never I've never been tempted to get it. I might even own it. Did they give it away at some point? Humble or something? I know it's been on sale for like 99 cents. Just like definitely looks like the kind of game I'm not into. I understand that people love it. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying when I look at it and test my interest level in it, it's just not there for me. Well, I think any game... I see the way Brad abuses himself against the games that he plays, and if he says it's too hard, that's... I can pretty much guarantee you that I would not. It's like, oh, I love... People like, Cuphead is like one of the greatest games. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's great. It's like, that doesn't sound good to me. What is this? Coins are used to create high-level weapons, the Mystic Forge. Okay, it's like... So I think this is a kind of a currency. I like, Brad, I still lurk your streams almost every morning at some point, but I don't always chat. One of my favorite sounds to hear is watching you play baseball. It's just like, I'll be sitting here half asleep, and it's like every 5 seconds, Brad.
What? That was a strike? Fuck you, game.
5 seconds later,
What?
it's like Brad is raging. He's playing baseball, raging constantly for 2 hours. He's like, all right, into drinking, to dull his pain. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to bed now. Love you, everybody. Bye. I don't know, Brad. But I just, it's like music. Hearing that pattern over and over again. But particularly the outrage, the constant and repeated outrage that you hear when that on a Brad stream. It's yeah. The shock and surprise of what gets countered as strikes when you rip the bat. Pretty good. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so it's just the bogus strikes calls. Yeah, it doesn't look like when I've gone in, it doesn't look like you're playing games where you're actually getting the shit kicked out of you, but you're still expressing very frequent, loudly vocalized disappointments in the strike calls. But my favorite is just the what? There's this very specific, like, it's like a Brad trademark.
Excuse me. You have a moment?
What does this guy want? A royal messenger came by to hire some guards to escort her to the peace talks on Summit Peak. Summit Peak. She's gonna need it. A lot of people would love to see that treaty not get signed. I'll check on her. Show me where to go. Thank you for... Okay. So I guess I've got an escort quest to do now or something? Oh, it's over all the way over there.
Hey, look, it's stone.
Never go to 60 again. What do you have the difficulty at now, Brad? I think when I was playing it, I turned it up to 30 or 35, and that was the point at which I started getting the shit kicked out of me. I was never good at it. Okay. So you're still, by my standards, pretty high. What are you doing? Alright, there's just way too many people saying...
I just heard. The Char are fighting the ogres at Blood Gorge Watch.
Okay. So, how do I get to Blood Gorge Watch? Yes, Blood Gorge. Alright, so there's tons of stuff that I need to do. But that's the thing about this game is activities just sort of pop up around you. So, Brad, if you're wondering like, oh, why? Explain what I'm doing. Most of the time, there's an overall story that's happening, but most of the time, you don't go to quest givers. You just get into an area like this is just going to trigger a bunch of objectives in this area, and then you just do them. And then when you finish them, you automatically get credit for it. So I've entered the area. This heart thing has popped up. It says, fight the renegades, separatists. And so that's just something that's going on around here. All right, who are they shooting at? I'm gonna screw around with these guys. And so as I'm killing these guys in this area, this little progress bar is filling up. Sometimes there's like 4 or 5 things you can do to fill the progress bar. You can do all of one thing. It'll be like kill monsters, pick apples, whatever. It's like you're like I'm just gonna pick a bunch of apples till it's done.
Strong.
Oh, hey there, Meg Evie. Yeah, it's an MMO.
Ready for the next move.
What do I do with mortar shells? Pick up. Oh, ouch. Did it help anyone for me to do that to myself? No, not really. Like, I mean, technically, yes. Wizard 101 is an MMO. I'd say Guild Wars is like a lot of other MMOs, but Wizard 101 is not like a lot of other MMOs. So, I actually did try. Oh, I'm getting hurt a little bit here. I actually did try Wizard 101 because it's free, right? So I gave it a try once just to see what it was like. Alright, is this the guy that's hurting me? There we go.
Advance.
Oh, hey. Oh, what was that? But yeah, so let's see. My character is 43rd level now. But really, that's sort of one of the things that's kind of chill about this game is when I'm not following the main story, it's, you know, it's more or less just you go and there's stuff to do. The game sort of respects your time that way. There's not a lot of like fetch quests or anything. You just do the things and when you're done, they're like, all right, here's your experience. Just all of a sudden you just have it. I just realized I've finished this. I finished this thing. So yeah, it's done, and this little heart pops up to show that I've completed it. And it's like, all right, here you got gold and money. And now the person this is the actual quest giver. You never have to go to them. But now that I finished it, there's a person up on that hill that as a merchant that I can, you know, buy like special items from if I want to. But it's one of the things that this game does that people thought, and it's been out for a long time, and not many other games have done this, that was different, that a lot of people really enjoyed, is the fact that it has sort of an open thing. It's not like you go into town, you got to look for all the people with the exclamation marks, you get their quests, you run out into the wilderness, finish what they want, run back to them, turn it in.
Few thought that when Queen Jenna offered the Claw of Kon-Ur to the Char leaders that they would be willing to talk about peace. Progress is being made at the summit, but there are still problems. Both the delegation of the legions and the forces of Divinity's Reach and Ebonhawk could use some support.
Alright, I did walk past where my story quest is. The green thing, every 10 levels, like a new sequence of your character's story quest unlocks. And leveling is fast enough that more often than not, I am doing the main story quest. And those are the only ones that flow more like a traditional quest sequence. So...
Excuse me, can I have a moment?
No, come on. I'm not used to this shit. No, get away from me. I'm busy. Alright. So I've just joined this sort of international order that was formed to defend the world from dragons. And up the most of the game so far, I've been defending just the one kingdom, the human kingdom that I'm from. But I just joined this order, and their like military trainer dude has been taking me around, sort of, I don't know, testing my mettle a little bit. But I'm sort of like, as far as they're concerned, a new recruit.
Hey there, kid. Remember to bring your weapon?
I'm ready to fight. And don't call me kid.
Ha! Got some spark in you, eh, recruit? Good to see. We'll need it if we're gonna stamp out these renegades. Get ready to move, and keep your voice low. If we're lucky, we can catch these bootjacks sleeping.
You really think we'll be lucky?
Kid, we both know that kind of luck doesn't exist. Still, try to take prisoners if you can. We'll need them to give us information if Anvilburn isn't there.
So we just run in there and yell, "Hello, bad guys, surrender or die"?
Look here, Whelp. There's a time for strategy and there's a time for kicking the door down. We don't need tactics against this rabble. We just need force.
Yes, sir, War Master.
Right then. Don't worry about hello. Just skip straight to surrender or die. Now move out.
Right, this man is... He's serious. Coming? Okay, he's following. So the story quests take place... This is still the same map that I was just on, but it's an instanced version, and you can see by the mini-map in the corner that it's just a very limited area of that map where the specific instance portion is taking place.
Is this some kind of kiddie playground? Wake up out there!
Mitchell, get him!
You must be crying right now. You best run.
Oh, and I think Sunday a couple people brought up the music. I don't know if all the music is, but the primary composer behind this is the same guy that does Elder Scrolls music. It's a Jeremy, I can't remember his name.
Come on, you mangy runts.
So at certain points you'll hear music that sounds very reminiscent of Elder Scrolls, and that's why. This particular track is not reminiscent of Elder Scrolls.
You're the worst trained, most cowardly lousebells I've ever seen.
Prepare to suffer.
Jeremy Soul, that's the guy, yeah. That's a name that I know, but don't always remember.
Yield. You fight well.
You shuck-brained cur! Where's Ajax Anvilburn? We know he's behind the attacks on Ebonhawk. Spill!
You just missed it. He left this morning. He's on his way to kill some worthless human named Duran. They're setting an ambush at Summit Peak. They'll kill Duran, then leave the bloody knife with old Steel Crusher. We're killing 2 peace lovers with 1 trap.
Ashes and snow? He means Minister Kent Duran, the Crichton ambassador. I bet Steel Crusher's the ambassador for the High Legions.
You're vigil, aren't you? Ha! Ajax will be sorry he missed killing you. Tell his human-loving mother, Almora, that one day we'll spit on her grave.
Almora is Ajax's mother?
That's above your pay grade, recruit. Forget you heard anything about it.
Forget? I can't just forget. Don't you think that's important?
Whatever happened to discipline? Kids these days. All right, fine. But not here and not now. We'll talk about it later. Right now we have to evac before more renegades show up. Leave this coward to rot and die alone. Let's get back to Ebonhawk and warn Samuelson about Ajax's plan.
Yeah, I've seen that style of cutscene in other games. I haven't seen it in other MMOs, really, but I don't think they invented it. Alright, this isn't the time or place to discuss it, but yes, Ajax is Almora's son. She's aware of the complication, and the mission is still go. Warn the delegation at Summit Peak that Ajax and his renegades are planning an attack. Alright, let's do it. Send a message to Samuelson. In the meantime, let's head to Summit Peak. Okay. Ooh, did I get something good? Ooh, an upgraded... Oh, that's a pretty big upgrade for the greatsword. Each class has a selection of different weapons, and the weapons define what your skills are. So, which is kind of a unique dynamic to how they do things. Well, I guess ESO has a bit of that, but like literally your skill bars are defined by the weapons that you have. And longsword is so far my favorite kind of like tanky weapon. Alright, what else have we got going on here? Can't wear those. That's a downgrade. That, open this. Ooh, this is an upgrade. Can't wear it, can't wear it. Salvaging the stuff I don't need. There's a deposit all crafting materials button, which is kind of cool. I think these are just oh, bag of crafting supplies. Okay, and that should all go into there. We go. All right, loot sorted. When you level up, you get rewards. Sometimes they're oh, more of these fine salvaging kits. Okay, and then it'll tell you upcoming rewards. Alright, gonna get out of this instance. Oh, am I supposed to go? Alright, so the next part of the story quest is like right behind me, basically. So I'm just gonna head back. Oh wait, I have my color scheme. Got to maintain my color scheme. I've got. This is the primary. What does my mat or my helmet look like? I rarely ever wear my helmet. Nope, not into the helmet. I'd rather my flowing locks be free. Well, you have a I mean, this is also a free-to-play game. It's buy-to-play, so you buy it, and then there's no subscription, which is one of the things that I like about it. ESO is the same way, I think, right? And I'm trying to think, is Guild Wars... I think the original base game is now completely free. Originally, I had to buy it, and then there was no subscription. But I think you can play the base game entirely for free. And if you spend any money, unlock stuff like extra inventory space and extra character slots. I don't know if you buy if you buy anything. Maybe only if you buy the expansions. I'm not sure. Because I came into this as sort of like a VIP free, like a freemium account, because I bought the original Guild Wars 2 back when you still had to buy it. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can hide the element in options. That's what I've done. I have it hidden almost all the time, but once in a while I'll take a look just to see if I like it. And usually when I do, I go, nah, I mean, helmet's actually kind of cool, but nope. Just gonna uncheck it. You could do the same thing with the with your shoulder gear if you don't want your shoulder gear to show, or your gloves if you don't want your gloves to show. Oh no, there have been games that you either have to pay to hide the helmet or just not wear one. But no, this one is now the dies that you collect, that's actually one of the kind of cool things, is that when you start playing, you see over here, there's different categories of die, and there's either starter dies, and then there's common dies, and then rare dies. And the common dies and beyond are dies that you unlock either by accomplishing certain things, or they can drop in certain cases, and they're count wide, so once you get them, you have them. But as you're playing, you can do certain things, and I'm pretty sure there's some way you can find out, like see the list of all the different things that you need to do to get the unlock different dies. But I think that's kind of cool, a cool way of doing it. So I can do a decent amount of customization now, but there are a lot more colors available that I haven't unlocked yet that you can unlock just as you continue playing the game by doing different things. Yeah, I'm the same way, Hunty. I generally don't like to wear helmets unless occasionally there will be like a really cool looking helmet, and then I'll wear it. The die system beats Final Fantasy 14. I can't even remember messing with theirs. I know ESO, I think, has a pretty good die system, but since their free-to-play models changed, I feel like it's gotten... I'm trying to remember, did they get greedy about making you pay for it? But I know that they've got a good die system too, or they had one anyway. They may still, I'm not sure.
Who are you people? Commander Samuelson didn't mention an escort, and you certainly don't look like Vanguard.
We're with the Vigil. We know about the attack planned for Minister Duran. We're here to make sure you reach him in time.
An escort? I'm a soldier of the Ebon Vanguard. I don't need babysitters.
We're not babysitters. We're tourists, traveling the same road, taking in the same scenery, and beating the ever-living crap out of the same idiots as you. You look like a fine sergeant. Are you really gonna tell us where we can't go and who we can't beat up on such a nice day?
I have to get this message to the Minister. I don't have time for this. Just keep up or I leave you behind. Head out for Summit Peak, and don't slow down. So Vigil's my escort? Fine. Just don't tell the rest of the Vanguard. I'll never hear the end of it.
If I'd had a daughter, she'd be a lot like Jane. Except smarter, stubborn.
Careful. This has ambush written all over it.
Oh. Uh-oh. It pissed that thing off. Oh.
a survivor. Stand the line. We have to help her.
No, we can't risk it.
I'm already
If
doing
the
it.
ambassador is killed, many more lives will be lost.
You'd abandon your own soldiers?
While you guys
We
are
all knew the
talking, I
risk
went
of
ahead and did
joining
it, guys.
Vanguard.
Relax.
Duty first.
We have no time to save her, but we have the amount of time it took to save her. It's the amount of time you argued about whether or not to save her. What are these guys doing?
Kill rising. Strong.
Ogres? The renegades are stirring up anything they can find just to send them at us.
This music reminds me of like Star Trek Wrath of Khan battle music. I don't like this part, but yeah, this part is like very Wrath of Khan-y.
Too late for me.
To kill rising. Strong. Strong. That's what to remember me by.
Where's she going? Oh, these are good guys.
Officer on site. Stand at attention.
Yep. Escort missions. I mean, granted, this is game design from over 10 years ago, but I think MMO's escort missions are still
Minister
a thing.
Duran, sir, please. It's critical that you hear this. Commander Samuelson sent me from Ebenhog. You're both in terrible danger.
Danger? Slow down, Sergeant. Take a deep breath and tell me what's going on.
Ajax Anvilburn and his renegades are going to ambush you. They plan to assassinate Minister Duran and blame the attack on Ambassador Steelcrusher.
Well, we can't let that happen, can we? Durand, can you fight?
Not as well as a Char, but I can hold my own. We could take cover at Summit Peak up ahead. Having the high ground would be in our favor. The camp is a defensible location. If the renegades don't know we're prepared, we could turn the tables on them when they attack.
With all due respect, Minister, the best defense is usually a good offense. I recommend we find the traitor's base and destroy Ajax before he can strike.
The Vigil were the ones to uncover this plot. With due respect, sirs, I think we should let them decide if we choose ambush or assault.
I think I get to decide which course of action. This is ambush, where it's a defensive, like we they think they're ambushing us, but we catch them off guard. Or just to flat out, like, root them out where they live type of thing. I think, do we go tactical? That's kind of sneaky. You know what? I think my warrior code is like, you know what? We know where they are. Let's just take them out. Let's take them out before they can do any more harm.
We'll head for the Renegade's camp and attack with all the force we can muster. Good choice, recruit.
Power, vitality. I like that.
Finished with that.
Oh, that's just crafting materials? Or crafting materials? Or loot boxes, loot crates, loot bags? Another. That's a lesser greatsword. Unidentified die? Oh, I just unlocked all of die. Cool. Hammer I'm not going to use. A bow I'm not going to use. Alright. And this is just leaving the instance now. Resident Evil's 4 mission? Is that what you said? I never finished Resident Evil 4. When it first came out, I played it. I think I got a couple hours into it, and then something frustrated me, and I rage quit and never finished it. Typical G-Law. That's even back in 2004. Oh, I'm in a heart area. Let me see. Where's the next quest? Not too far, but I think while I'm here, I'm gonna do this little heart and unlock the little stuff that's around me. Why not? So we got this task, and then there's the mountains up here. Vistas are like jump puzzles. You'll see things like as a certain, looks like a big parchment, magical parchment floating in the air. Usually be on top of something. You got to figure out how to get up there. Here's a dynamic event that just started. So this is like a not always happening special
the renegades
event.
Who poisoned the camp escaped through here. They're not going to give up the antidote without a fight.
But here,
Now get
keep
in
the
there
camp
and bring
safe,
back
discover
enough
spies,
antidote to
and
cure an
remove
army.
wasps. Let's see. This guy looks pretty suspicious. Okay, I don't know what's going on. The sick, maybe we got poisoned by the spies. What are peculiar yellow flowers? Did that help? Oh, what? What are you buying? What are you selling? Alright, well that was something bad that I stopped from happening, whatever it was. These suspicious barrels. I'm helping. What is this? A suspicious rat? The suspicious rat seems to have been trained to do reconnaissance. Well, what, can I do anything about it?
Yeah, but still.
Oh, there's a angry wasp nest. That'll help the camp if I get rid of that. Oh. I guess it should figure that I'd actually have to fight some wasps. Yeah, I certainly found that rat suspicious.
Draconians have a long memory.
What is a
This
poison
isn't
soldier?
over.
Looks like I can't do anything. What's wrong? The water's been poisoned. Can you see the you see the nurse on the south side of the camp. I'll go see the nurse. Alright, what the hell is the nurse at? More suspicious barrels.
Help, please.
Uh-oh. I gotta get rid of this wasp, though. Alright, now I can help. What do you need? Oh, it's the nurse.
Cormier is watching over you.
Without enough antidotes, this poison is going to kill so many people. What can I do to help? The renegades that staged this attack seem to be carrying some kind of antidote with them. If we can find enough of it, I might be able to purify the water supply and aid those that were poisoned. Bring you antidotes. Got it. The D&D Zorn creature? Not off the top of my head, no.
Help, please.
Oh, there's an ore up here? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna check that shit out. Let's see, the grub. Oh, I was gonna say, are there two things going on? But they're near each other, but not in the same place.
To kill rising.
Here, guys, gather around.
Kill rising.
Egg-shaped body with the mouth on top of its head. Supported at 3 legs, at 3 arms. Earthy, given it's an elemental. I don't know that I'm familiar with that. Or if I was at some point in the 30 years or 40 almost years, I forgot about it. I've forgotten more than most people ever know. Let me see if I've been collecting antidotes for this lady. All right. I think most of these things when they pop up are intended to be like group activities. There's a point in Prince of the Apocalypse where you find someone dotting on a Zorn, and offers the adventurers a chance to feed the thing wealth. Josh shrugged and tossed a purple worm. Purple worm poison down its gullet. Huh. Did that have his desired effect? Oh, I accidentally started striking that other guy too. Whoops, sorry, grub. See, am I supposed to be doing? No, the other thing is ended. But there's a thing to unlock there, so I'm gonna... Oh, I see. It's the old surprise. A rock dog. Alright. Do I need to go in here for any reason? I guess I can't go in there. I guess he bit off more than he could chew. I don't know. That pun doesn't work. Ooh, I gained a level. Okay, hold on. 12 hero points. Second specialization slot. Let's see how much antidote I got her now.
Make Hormir enlighten you.
Hey! Nope, not quite done yet. I contributed 11. Alright, I'll be back. Maybe that means I only need to kill 4 more of these things, or find 4 more of those little boxes. Only 2 more, then it'll be done. What level is he now, Nick? Is he like level 4, like what, around 12? To be, at least if it and keeping in pace with the recommended.
Kill rising.
Is that a through level 14 adventure? Is sort of the intended level span? All right, let's see if that was enough. Oh, he's got to 11. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm playing again, not this weekend, but the following weekend. I'm playing with my group again. I still don't have all the damn shit? Okay. Hey, buddy. If you do every little thing in the book, you can get to 15. You cut out a lot of side quests since they don't relate to the cults. Yeah. Like, all the stuff that happens away from the mountains, I have basically not done. But I think part of that, too, is also... I gave them some pretty, you know... I think as you've heard me talk about, I gave them some pretty... what, for their characters, would be compelling personal hooks that they've more or less focused on, like a laser beam focus. And so whenever they hear about something else going on, they're like, I don't want to do that. Like when they first got to Red Larch, and there was stuff like, oh, we heard about there's a spooky cave, and we heard about there's some bandits. And they're like, fuck bandits. We're here to find out what happened to this, like this, the dreams of the fire cult. What's that all about? It's like, fire cult. I was like, I'm sure you don't want to ingratiate yourself with the locals by helping them out with some bandits? Oh, this quest is almost over. Now I see what's going on. Hold on, get off of there. Oh, did it end already?
Come here and lighten you.
I guess I didn't have any. What?
We never fight alone. You play tabletop RPGs more frequently than you play video games? Oh, yeah. No, they did Lance Rock. But again, the reason they did Lance Rock is because they went straight to the Innkeeper. And I sort of, you know, I played somewhat close to the source material. I just add a lot of personal, like, the characters, I add stuff tailored to the characters, too. But when they got into town, the first thing to do is go to the inn and he asks the Innkeeper if there's any, you know, what's the word nearby?
The pain should recede in a few minutes.
And it says in the book that the Innkeeper is like very preoccupied with Lance Rock. And that basically everyone knows weird stuff's going on around town, around the whole area, and they think it's tied into the dreams that the druid was having. And so basically the Innkeeper's like, well, I don't know what's going on around here, but I'm pretty sure it's tied into the weird happenings and rumors that we've been hearing from Lance Rock. So they had and that I felt would be a realistic way that the Innkeeper would be like, yeah, whatever's going on here, Lance Rock's got something to do with it.
Oh, thanks.
I just feel it in my
much
gut.
better now.
Oh, this is where there's few people on a map that give you a chance to just go to different instances of the map. I don't care. All because they offered money. I can't even remember, honestly. I don't want to mess with specializations right now. I can't remember, honestly, if they offered money. Because my characters have been predominantly motivated by their personal story interests. And predominantly, it has been the whole hook, the whole reason they went in the first place, that launched them to go to Red Larch in the first place, is our druid was having dreams of a burning Red Larch. And dreams relating to the fire cult. And so they wanted to, and she felt that she would, like, the fire would spread and destroy the world. That's what was happening in her dreams. So she thought, there's something super crazy going on that it's my responsibility to investigate. And it's like of critical importance. So anything that they felt was a lead on something relating to what her dreams like meant or how they could stop it, whether that someone offered them money or not, they're like, all right, no, this is what we're doing, because she needs to know what her dreams mean and how to stop it. But I think they did get paid for that. They probably got offered the money, but yeah, they probably would have got some money for the bandits too. But when they heard, they heard, oh, like a generic bandits, like a side quest, they're just like, screw that shit. They came in, they're still like first level, and they're like, we're too important for that shit.
That went better than I expected.
Of course, I did give them a little shit later. They started discovering that maybe they should have ingratiated themselves to the constable of the town. Like, maybe he was an important person to think, you know, to think highly of them. Like, he's someone that they would want on their side if they wanted to earn the trust of the town. But, you know, instead they did stuff that wasn't purely scripted. Like, there's the whole thing about the outside. All right, there's the whole thing about one of the quarries that on certain nights, these bandits related to the cult would dress up in hoods to try to scare the workers to make them quit, so that cult allied workers could take over the quarry, because it was tied into the secret entrance to the underground thing going on in town. And so they heard rumors about people being out. So the first night they got in Red Larch, that's what they did. They're like, we're going to stake it out. And a whole thing it's organically evolved around that. So they showed up, they used a bunch of like scary, fiery spells, and the cultists were just basically like, we don't want this kind of confrontation right now. It was just supposed to be like, hide in the bushes, make spooky ghost noises, scare the dudes working in the rock pit, and if anyone starts getting close, run away. Like, they didn't want to be found out. So when they realized that someone was onto them, they all ran, and our group caught one guy, and they like interrogated him, and he actually kind of held it together. And he didn't tell them they were part of a cult. He just basically said, yeah, we're a bunch of drifters that are looking for work. And the owner of this place said that she's got a bunch of like lazy people, but she's not quite bad enough to fire them yet. And if they could be compelled to quit, then if people from the place quit, then they'll hire them. So they had this whole story about, yeah, we were just goofing. It was just goofing because we wanted work. And so they convinced the party that was the case. That, oh, this is just some like weirdo hill person that came in from the hills and wants a job, and they're pulling this like jackass prank to try to, you know, open some jobs up for them. But
But then they decided, oh, you know what? Now we're going to follow him. And so they were staying at that boarding house. There's that lady's boarding house. And so they followed him there. And then they basically just busted in there. And they're like, all of a sudden they're all hot to go after this guy again. I'm like, what? I can't remember why, but if there was a reason for it. But all of a sudden they were just hot to harass him. And they went in there, they bust into the place, and the lady that owns it's like, what the hell are you doing coming in here, like, kicking the door in? Like, who are you? And they acted very disrespectful towards her, so she got pissed as all hell. It's just cursed them up and down, basically shamed them and kicked them out. And then the next day she had reported them to the constable. So they're getting investigated. But also that night, the guy that survived and kind of half gave them a story, he vanished. So the next morning, and so basically what happened is the cult found out that he'd been caught, and even though he didn't spill the beans completely, they decided like, no, you don't talk at all if you get caught, whatever. They weren't pleased with what happened, so they basically brought him down to the underground and they killed him. But all they know is that the party had chased this guy down and were like busted down the door of the boarding house asking about this guy, pissed off the owner, and then the next morning the guy turns up missing. So all of a sudden the constable's investigating the party, like, hey, this guy that you got in a fight with yesterday, now no one's seen him since last night. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? So all that stuff is like, well, you saw that when we played, it was a little bit organic like that. Like most of the stuff that happened in our game, with like the Red Brands getting in that big fight with them and stuff, that didn't necessarily have to play out that way. That was all organic, you know, in reaction to what you guys did when you got into town. And so that sort of thing pops up a lot in my other game too. So. Alright, what? Is this person dead? Oh, she's sleeping. I just suddenly was like, I'm doing like a 4 hours in Riften, walking around this camp. I think I'm going to unlock this thing. What's going on over here now? Escort the messenger. What? This is a dynamic event, and looks like other players are helping too.
I'll have to alert the commanders of this. Enough delays, let's go.
So this is kind of cool too, is when you're playing these events that just pop up, like random players will just join in for the escort quest.
There's Summit Peak. Thank the gods we made it. Excuse me, I have to deliver this message.
Yeah, those were the bringers of woe. And then when, yeah, so the bringers of woe became, you know, something that they had some characters that they brought to the story.
Here's the latest dispatch from the Queen, Representative Markle. I would have been here earlier, but we ran into separatist trouble.
Rest assured their days are numbered. Thanks to your bravery, the treaty is closer to being signed.
Was that the whole thing? Oh, I must have caught just the very end. The teleport point? Hold on a sec. Alright, give me a minute. I need to go away for a minute. I won't tell you why.
All right. Oh no, what happened to all of my MMOs while I was gone? It looks like someone hacked into my computer and deleted them. Whatever, except for, thankfully, Guild Wars 2. So, yeah, Nick, I thought that was fun, what happened with the workers. And that was also, that's what I mentioned, where they later realized it would have been nice to have some credibility with the constable, is when all of a sudden they were looked at as sort of the lead suspects in the disappearance and suspected murder of someone that they had threatened to kill the night before. That, like, other people saw them threatening to kill him. Or he would have reported it to the people, you know, when he got back to the boarding house, and then all of a sudden, the next morning, he's gone. So, I was like, yeah, well, too bad, like, the constable doesn't have any reason to trust you, because you never helped them with those bandits. You ate them! Alright, now what's something going on down here? There's a wasp queen? What? As Brad would say. What? I can't do it. I can't do it as well as Brad does it. What? Champion wasp queen? That's bullshit. No maneuver. Uh-oh, hold on. Shit's happening. All right, hello.
Too strong.
Oh, I'm dying. All right. Well, this did not go to plan. Alright, time to get the fuck out. Nope, I'm getting the fuck out. Too rich for my blood, guys. That was like shockingly hard.
Reinforcements requested.
Oh, now I'm dead. Now I'm officially dead. There's a waypoint like literally 5 steps away. It's gonna cost me 58 cents, you fuckers. Okay, I feel like this is the kind of encounter that might require a lot of people. Alright, there's more people showing up.
Strong.
Alright, I'm already in 2D. Like, all they gotta do is hit me a couple times and my health's basically gone. Yeah, I'm gonna help from a distance. I don't think I got any credit for that shit either. They're like, yeah, you were a bitch participant of that combat. You don't get credit for that shit. Alright. So the next story thing is happening down here. But I think I want to go look at this this Vista thing. See what's up over there. This way? Yeah. I think there's another heart thing over here. Dude. Kill separatists, rally disgruntled soldiers, train the troops, and repair the char mines and mortars protecting the camp. Alright. Now, obviously all of that's very important. There's something... Oh, there it is. Way up there. Okay, let's see if I can get up there. Alright, fine. I'll kill you. Even though I pushed all the wrong buttons at all the wrong times, I was still successful.
Unfamiliar place.
I totally got served. Nick, you said it. That's exactly what happened.
To kill rising.
Alright, so that thing up there, that's where I'm trying to get. I don't think I'm going the right way to get there. Maybe up here? I probably have to go the other way. Yep, this definitely seems to be taking me further away from where I want to be.
To kill rising.
The Hogwarts game, is that the one? It's not coming out till like the beginning of next year, right? It does look like Westfall. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. It looks really cool. So yeah, what I have seen of it has made me kind of excited about it. There have been a ton of Harry Potter games that I've essentially ignored over the past 15 years. Although I did play one that was like at Hogwarts that I actually thought was kind of fun. It was a pretty accurate rendition of Hogwarts.
Strong.
Yeah, I think it looks like it could be really good. But sometimes games that look like they could be really good suck. So that's why I'm only cautiously optimistic. Really, you guys? Wow, that was a dramatic death. Okay. Jimmy, you guys. These guys are pretty aggressive, if I do say so myself. Where do you guys keep coming from? Don't you think you're being a little bit overbearing? Alright, was this a way I could get up to that thing? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, probably the game that I'm the most, I was going to say the most cautiously optimistic for. The one that I'm the most optimistic for with a heavy dose of caution is Starbound. And now the mill of negative prediction videos are already like a YouTube industry at this point. 10 reasons why Starbound's going to suck shit. 500,000 views. It's like, I'm sort of like...
One more thing from my list of accomplishments.
Every time I see more about Starfield, I get more like, oh, that actually looks kind of good. And I like what they're trying, you know, things they're doing with it. The ideas that they have. Well, and I think it's sort of been true for a long time that, I mean, with Bethesda, certainly, I've enjoyed almost all of their, I've enjoyed all their major releases. But they've got a solid track record of having things come out like, you know, Kaka.
Things keep getting better and better.
Alright, I think I finished the little objective for this area, so I'm just gonna get the hell out. Yeah, that it's sort of a thing, and I'm not like the whole anytime there's something that I like, anything, basically anything that you might like or enjoy, there's going to be a whole slew of 20 reasons why this is a piece of shit. Come look, whatever your people like, oh, Elden Ring is so great, and then there's of course there's got to be like 15 reasons why Elden Ring is a steaming pile of shit. It's like, all right, well, okay, so clearly nothing's perfect, and if you can make videos talking about how everything sucks, sometimes things do suck, don't get me wrong. There are things that come out and it's like, are you for reals right now? What is this shit?
That looks valuable.
But anything that you could find the best things ever made, you'll find somebody made a top 10 video about why it's like sucks. It's a flaming pile of shit. Oh, these are good guys. I'm all like getting ready to attack them. Yeah, exactly. But they do with movies too. Like one thing right now that I've just been actively avoiding are things about the Lord of the Rings. Like, it seems like universally any video you see about the new Lord of the Rings series is just talking about like how shit it is. And all I've seen is the titles. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to watch it because we've started watching them and we've enjoyed it so far. But I think you guys know this about me by now. If I stop and have someone point out everything that's shit about it, that I could end up being like, oh yeah, you know, they're right. But a lot of times I just don't want to be approaching things in that way. I prefer to enjoy it. And then if you want to like point out all the things that's shit about it that I didn't notice before, then I might be like, oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, that is a little shitty. Or what, you know, whatever. It's not like I'm immune where I'm like, I will never believe anything they say. They may have good points, but honestly, if I'm enjoying something, I don't want to sit there and focus like, how many things can I find to not like about this? It's like, it's not how I want to approach it. An amulet. Vitality, power, precision. I like power. I like having more vitality. I got a bunch of shit in here now. Top 10 reasons the thing you love is garbage, and you're also garbage. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Nick. And it's not that I don't think people can have opinions and stuff. And it's not like I think, oh, no one should ever not like anything, or they shouldn't, if they don't like it, they should keep their mouth shut. I don't feel like that at all. Like, I acknowledge the right of everyone to do it, but the thing is, it's sort of become like an industry, like, there's a certain cynical aspect to it where it's like, yeah, people just know whatever everyone is excited about right now, if they make some very conspicuous video about what a piece of shit it is, it's gonna get clicks. So it's like a popular thing, and not that it's necessarily disingenuous every time, but sometimes I feel like they force, like there's a trend to force it a little bit, to just be like, let's take this thing that's actually a lot of people really enjoy, and just pretend there's nothing redeeming about it and talk about all the shit. Well, that's the thing, Nick. I know you're opinionated about movies, and that's fine. But I don't think when you dislike a movie, I don't feel like you're doing it just to be like, I'm the guy that, like, just nothing's good enough for me. Because I've seen enough of the the movies you like and watched enough of like you and Lance and stuff to know that, like, a movie could be dumb as shit and you'll still like it. If you like it, you like it. You know? There's movies, they're not necessarily the like Sundance award of highbrow filmmaking, and it's like, well, nothing less than that. If it's not Nick C, if it's not that, it's not good enough for Nick C. This drivel, this whatever. It's like, if you don't like something, I feel like that's your honest opinion and how you feel about it, and and when you do discuss things you don't like about stuff, the stuff you say makes sense. It's not like you're just like, I don't know, I just hate it because it's stupid. Well, what's stupid about it? Because it fucking smells like dick cheese. It's like, well, all right, get on with your bad self. You like movies that are dumb as shit. I'm not saying that's a prerequisite for you to like a movie, but you'll like movies that are just dumb, Like, I think one example was, did you review or discuss Darkness Rising? I want to say that you brought that up or you reviewed it. But that's an example of a movie, like, I like it. I enjoy that movie too, and I've seen it actually a couple of times now. But objectively, it's like the acting is not that good, the writing is not that good, but there's something likable about it, right? And we connect with it because it's about stuff that that's near and dear to our hearts, right? Okay, yeah, I was pretty sure I couldn't remember if you had a whole video about it or if you just discussed it, because you two go on some tangents. You may, I think you're aware of this. Sometimes you two go on some tangents. I can remember if it was a whole video or if it was a tangent. But yeah, that's a good example where it's like, it's not winning any Academy Awards, right? But for the people that it connects with, it can be a very endearing and special movie for them. Yeah, I liked it a lot. All right, so this is this flowers. Not going to use that. Adventurer's backpack. Ooh, I am gonna use that. Not gonna use that. Iron Greatsword, not gonna use that. Strong Amulet. Am gonna use that. Oh no, I liked the Vitality one better. Okay. Adventurer's Might. Okay, let's clear some of those out. Pistol, no, we don't use pistols. We'll have that. We'll use that. All right, let's clear that out. Let's use this. And let's open all this shit. Get rid of the ingredients. 50 sickles? I mean, I know this is nice. It's supposed to be a good thing, but it's an even more powerful. Oh my shit! Look at this, an even better greatsword. Okay, that I like. Yeah, I'm gonna soul bind the shit out of that. Okay. Out with the old. And what's this one? Double click. Gonna do the XP boost. Crafting materials. What's this? Liquid Karma? Yeah, sure. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm drinking it. Oh, it's free on YouTube. Okay, yeah, Hunty, if you're into like the D&D thing, it's basically just a very indie title. You get the impression that it's like dudes that hung out and played Dungeons and Dragons in their local game store decided to make a movie. But it's fun. And it's relatable to that culture. And there's not a lot of, you know, if you see a movie that's about Dungeons and Dragons, it, you know, so far it's usually been poor attempts at, you know, hey, Lord of the Rings is popular. Let's make Dungeons and Dragons with one of the Wayans brothers. It'll be funny, and we'll put Jeremy Irons in it. It'll be amazing. But it really has nothing to do with the actual experience of playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like a bunch of nerds sitting around a table eating Cheetos, making stupid jokes, you know? And that's what Darkness Rising is. That's the subject matter, or people that enjoy the game. D&D, your mom bought the D&D movie with Jeremy Irons. And I'm not saying, I mean, it's kind of bad, but I'm not saying that nobody could ever enjoy it. It just doesn't, if you love playing Dungeons and Dragons, there's, that movie is, it's not like, oh, then you'll love watching Dungeons and Dragons, the movie with Jeremy Irons. It's just like, it's not, it doesn't capture the essence of what people love about playing Dungeons and Dragons, the way a game like Darkness Rising would. So, what was that one, Nick? It was based off of Chick Track, and I think it's on YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure I brought it up on stream, and I'm sure you know about it. It's about the Chick Track. That's a guy that, like, Christian dude that was always doing comics about why everything is satanic, and he did a comic about how Dungeons and Dragons is Darkest Dungeons. Yes, I think that's on YouTube as well. That one I really enjoyed too. I don't have a problem with Jeremy Irons. I was just dropping his name to more solidly reference that movie. Immediately, Hunty knew exactly what I was talking about. I think I watched it at some point. I didn't hate it, but I was also like, eh. It didn't call to me as a Dungeons and Dragons player, where I was like, oh shit. This is just like when I used to sit around the table with my friends in high school. And they got the new Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out. And that one looks like it's going to be good too, but...
Over here.
Oh. I got enough to do, bro. I don't want to get caught up in his bullshit. I'm going to go over here and talk to this scout. The scout, when you talk to them, they open up points of interest and what else is on the map a little bit. Oh, the R.A. Salvatore? That's one that I meant to read a few times, and I gave it a few starts once or twice. Never quite stuck.
We used to control the lands this far north, but with the peace talks, we pulled back and allowed the humans to settle here. Roscoe's campsite, one of the new settlements, needs assistance if it's going to survive. Should it fail, it'll mean trouble for the treaty. If that wasn't enough, a number of Char have defected and created a warband devoted to stopping the peace process at all costs. I'll tell you this treaty better be worth the hassle.
Well, is it a point of interest at all to you, Brad? Listen to this music. This is definitely Jeremy Soule music. This music playing right now in the background could be right out of the Morrowind soundtrack. I think I had the very, very first book in the series that he wrote, which was it was set, I believe, in the Icewind Dale area. And I forget what it was called. It was like the Axe Maker. I don't forget. Someone else probably knows. And then they have the Drizzt series, which are like prequels, but those are the big ones that like really broke out big from R.A. Salvatore, was the Drizzt series. And I have friends, like the friends that I played D&D with in high school, they've swore up and down they're some of the best books they've ever read. They all love them, and the couple of times I tried to get into them, it didn't catch. Whatever was people found really cool about them was just not, the theme was not, I wasn't going, whoa, cool. It was like, all right, I see what they're doing here. Or the spider. But I'll be honest, I really didn't give it a lot of chance to sink in. If I'd really buckled down and really been like, okay, I'm just going to spend a couple hours just making some progress in this book. I never did that. I'd always sit down. I would try to read it for, 15, 20 minutes. It wouldn't be gelling with me, and I'd just be like, nah, gonna move on now. So, Brad, would you prefer, oh wait, I'm getting way off the beaten path here. Who's fighting me? Would you prefer if I went back to Red Dead Redemption next week? I know they're all being like, get your specializations. I know, I just don't want to mess with figuring out. Alright, because like class progression in this, there's a lot of moving parts. Where is it? There's a thing usually called training. Oh, I have the thing covered up. Okay. So, all right, maybe I should do some of these. Passive, improve passive effects. Burning inflicts extra damage. Increases chances of critical strikes. All right, I'll do that. Whatever. Passive things are good. And then, let's see, what is this? Judge's intervention. So, there's training, and this is just like skills that you can populate on these 4 slots. You can only have like 4 of these at a time. And as you're going, there's all these different trees you can choose from to build those up. And I think that if you hit the last one, it's like an ultimate, and that goes, you can put over here. And then they've got specializations, which open up a whole new wheels of, I don't know if they're, I think a lot of them are just passive traits. Some of them might be skills. I don't know. It's just too much where I'm just like, yeah. And someone said, oh, Radiance is good. Look at the forum. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll max out Radiance. That's good. And then you got this thing up here where you say which one you're focused on or whatever. So now I guess I can focus on another one. So I should start doing Valor or Honor or Virtues. And then there's like more further along the line, Elite specializations. But it's like, I think up here I need to be like level 80. This could be endgame shit. But the point is, I'm not complaining exactly. But it's one of those things where if a thing pops up and it's like, hey, you got a bunch of points to spend. Because I have so little idea what I'm doing, I don't want to sit here on stream and be like, well, let me look if I can find any kind of guide that tells me, because that's what I do. I'll look like, what kind of guide tells me maybe what's good and what's shit, and, what sounds like fun to me, because reading the descriptions doesn't always, rings. Vitality. Need more vitality. It's pretty obvious based on my encounter with those wasps. I definitely need vitality.
What's the energy probe? What is that? Oh, there's another scout up here. Then I'll see what the hell that shit is. Oh, that was way up there. Okay, didn't go that far. Alright, scout. Give me the skinny.
The dragon brand is a constant reminder of the destruction that the elder dragons can do. At Sentinel's Perch, we're struggling to keep the brand from spilling out into Tyria. With any luck, those scientists at Varumhold Outpost will find a way to permanently lock this place down.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna go continue this main story quest, if you don't mind. Stop telling me about my specializations. It's like a telemarketer. Leave me alone. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it later. That's the thing, a sign that I'm getting older too. Like 10, 15 years ago playing games, if I was like, oh shit, I got like skill points to spend. And I would be all about, oh, I'm gonna do these right now. I'm so exciting, I got my skill points. And right now it's just like, oh god, I just gotta figure all that shit out, what all that means. I just wanna hit things with my sword, okay guys? Just don't burden me with all this shit. Alright, hey look, there's silver ore. Okay, I'll go get that, then I'll come right back, I promise. I'll come right back and I'll help. And I'll go over here. That's where the next part of this story is. Hey, I see you there. You tried to interrupt my shit. Betty regrets that decision now. Can't be bothered to read skills anymore. Well, and I think, I don't know if MMOs are slowing down or making it worse now. But, you know, I know that became the big thing. It's like, oh, all the different ways you can customize your character. Look at all these options. Look at all these advanced customization options. You can, like, really kit out your character with a unique build. And I'm just like, I don't care. Boom, 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 bang, bang with my sword, please. Alright. Going to the instance. You'll read about rules in D&D.
There you are, recruit. I thought you stepped up for a nap.
Well, I could see the difference, though, is because, I mean, for the most part, when you play video games, it's kind of like... Oh, what? Alright, just gonna do this now.
For the love of... Recruit! Talk some sense into this woman. She's more stubborn than a goat shaman.
Forgel, these are renegades. They're nothing but an unruly mob, and they're trapped in a cave with only one exit. If you seriously think this'll be a fight, then maybe you should start thinking about retiring, old man.
Watch it, soldier, or I'll old man you into the ground. These are Char, and they know we're coming. They've chosen a defensible point, and they've had time to fortify. If you go in recklessly, you're just going in to die.
A wise man taught me there's a time for strategy, and there's a time for kicking the door down. I'd listen to him if I were you.
Looks like you learned quick, recruit. Good. Now listen here, Sergeant. We're going to stick together as a unit, so we aren't picked off one by one. We go in slow and careful, and watch out for surprises. Recruit, I'm putting you on point. Tell me when you're ready to advance.
Alright.
I'm right behind you.
Stop telling me about my specializations. Where am I going? I'm going this way.
Enemy spotted.
They've got cannons. Storm
Stop
the line.
telling me about the specializations. Yeah, with D&D, I mean, you can... I feel like playing a campaign in D&D and playing D&D in general is a lot more, unless you're doing a one-off like Hunty did, It's a lot more like, hey, you're making this character, and you're gonna settle in with for a while, and it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't play itself. You have to understand the mechanics to make it go. So here it's like I'll just put some more abilities on, and then they'll be on my action bar, and I'll push a bunch of buttons, and flashy things will happen, and things around me will die. You know? I don't like those circles though. I think you're very perceptive, Hunty.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted.
They've got cannons! Storm the line!
Strong.
Stop telling me about those.
Strong. Strong.
These soldiers live and die by your word. Remember, and keep your head on straight.
Oh, I got feared. That's bullshit. Oh, I'm dying? I think I'm gonna actually die. Alright. So stop telling me about my damn special. Maybe if I paid more attention, I wouldn't be dying so easily. It's the irony. Like, you know why you keep getting like killed by content that you should be able to survive? It's because you've been paying absolutely no attention to your character progression. You're still operating at the level of effectively of a 12th level character, even though you're level 45. In Nimrod. I don't know if that's true, but I can speculate. Alright, so maybe I don't jump into all the middle of this shit. Oh, they're all dead now. Alright, you guys...
Your blows are weak, like your spirit.
Here, I need to, here, get up. I'm gonna spend some time... Oh, they're not gonna let me have any of this shit. I guess I won. I used my push more button
War Master.
strategy.
The renegades were ready for us.
No, they just thought they were ready for us. They couldn't stand against the Vigil.
I don't understand these renegades. It's hard to believe anyone in Tyria would work against peace. With the dragons out there, we can't afford to be divided.
Some people can't see past their own noses. It's a good thing we can. This treaty will help even the odds against Zaitan. Count on it. You did well, recruit. You learn quickly, you adapt, and you know when to put hammer to steel. I wasn't sure I'd like you when we started this operation. Amora kinda twisted my arm to take you on. Said you were special. But damned if you didn't live up to every word she said. You aren't like the rest of these young'uns hanging around the Order.
I'm field promoting you to Crusader. but don't let it go to your head.
It's gone to my head already.
I won't, old man. And thank you. It's an honor to work with you too.
Old man, huh? Don't push your luck.
Back off, loser. I'm a crusader now. Here. I'm gonna revive these people. Was Nimrod someone from like Norse mythology or something? I think it's just a funny word to call people that are not thinking good. Oh, I can push the leave area button now. Hey! He's a villain in the X-Men comics? Yeah, they like borrowing people from Norse mythology. This Nimrod seems like someone that would be a character in like the Epic of Gilgamesh or something. And Nimrod did ride forth to avenge his father. Let's see. Where's the story happening? So that's a 35 to 45 zone. I'll go. So the question is like, I think originally when they made this, the intention was, okay, so the story is going to take you progressively to higher level zones. And then once you're in there, you'll naturally want to do all the content that's in those zones. And you get bonuses for, like, if you do all the stuff, unlock all the little viewpoints and do all the little hardship zone, you get like a massive experience boost. So right now there's kind of this incentive for me to be like, oh, well, I could stay and finish all this, but my story's happening over here right now, the whole other place. I think the fact that I'm already dying and stuff means maybe I should hang out here. Well, I might actually be getting leveled down for some of this content. Because I think it adjusts your level to be appropriate to the content that you're in. Time to open my own Crusader Joe's. Oh, there's a heart right up here. What is it? I think I ignored it because I had a story. I had a story thing happening. Speak to... oh, here we go. Free renegade prisoners, destroy renegade supplies, and uncover intel. Alright, so I think that pretty much... hey, there's gold ore up there.
To kill rising!
Gonna get that gold. I love gold. Isn't that weird? Is Crusader Joe's like Trader Joe's? I just made that connection.
I don't know what I did that was that violent. Alright, this mortar dude getting on my nerves. No more mortar. No more mortar. Mortar dude. Where are the renegade supplies? Have I seen any of those? There's some battle plans over there. Oh, there's some supplies.
Strong.
Oh, you knocked my ass down? I knocked your ass down. I'm gonna open this thing. Do I just beat it up till you get out?
Excellent.
There you go, buddy. I know there's someone with a mortar over there. Just respawned. Someone who I just killed not 2 minutes past. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I don't need to deal with your crap anymore, but I will.
To kill rising.
I'm getting rid of your mortar again. It was shocking. Yeah, you said it, Monty. As I acknowledge your comment 6 minutes after you say it. You said it! And it was well said. So saith I. Where's the ringleader at? Oh, it's another one of those suspicious rats. Okay, here comes the ringleaders. I feel like, unless there's a bunch of other people involved, me trying to take them on myself is a bad idea. Oh, wait, there's NPCs going in. Alright, nope, I'm leaving. I'd rather spend my time finishing the zone objectives than joining random group content by myself. Here, we'll come over. Come over here now. Yeah, I'll chop down some trees. Cut down some trees and mine some ores. And between each tree, I'll run like Aragorn, charging the Black Gates of Mordor. Oh, never mind. I stopped doing that. I haven't done a lot of crafting in this game, but there's a ton of crafting professions. My guy's he's an armorer weaponsmith. He won't make much use of that wood, but it goes into an account resource bank. So if I ever decide to make someone a character that works with wood, they're gonna have a shitload of it.
You can harvest anything in the game, I think, too. You just have to buy the right... It expends these harvesting tools, but they're pretty affordable. Alright, unlock this. Alright, we got a little heart action going on over here. Okay. Oh, apparently there's a bunch of stuff over here I didn't pick up. Oh well. Wasn't I in here though? Oh, that I did. And then there was more stuff over here that I overlooked. Okay. Yeah, this game does respect your time a lot, though, because, well, right now it's contested, so I can't teleport to it, because there's some, I don't know exactly really what that means, but it's not, probably some sort of an event is going on there that I can't teleport there until it's resolved. But as you unlock these things, if you're like, hey, I need something here, it's like, boom. I mean, it's cheap. You can pretty much teleport anywhere that you've already been at any time by throwing a little money at it. That's like anywhere in the world. So if I wanted to go back to the very first zone I was ever in, boom. Well, it's 2 silvers. It's a little expensive. There are also portals and stuff that are free if you actually go to the physical locations. But even so, 2 silvers is not, it's not like a ton of money either. You wouldn't want to be throwing it out for no reason. Okay, consult Sentinel, truth. Destroy branded creatures, nests, and crystal clusters. I tend to engage in fast travel. In Skyrim, the world is small enough and handcrafted enough that moment to moment traveling is just very nice. And not that this world is ugly by any means, but I don't want to have to spend 40 minutes manually walking across the map. It's a huge world. I need to talk to you at all?
Any news?
Not specifically. Okay. Destroy branded creatures.
Branded coming from the lake.
Oh, it's coming
Some kind
from...
of large fish was behind the clusters. We killed it and the branded in the lake.
Good job, Legionnaire. You and your legion are dismissed.
Oh, here we go. It's stuff. It's stuff along the water. I was like, do I have to go in there and find this stuff? I can't find a way in. Oh yeah, it's just all this crap.
Kill rising.
These things aren't very tough. I'll consult this sentinel.
That one will come back.
This is kind of an interesting looking area.
water fish. I don't think I've ever done fishing in this game. Crystal formation, what's that? There's a dead dude at the bottom of the lake named No Luke. Oh no, it's not dead. Okay. I don't know why I assumed he was dead. It doesn't look like he was moving. So you have a different set of weapons that come out when you're swimming. So one thing to consider. I really don't know what all the buttons do, but they put on a nice light show and killed my enemies, so.
I achieve things. I'm an achiever.
I am achiever. I do achievements. Yes, I always thought as much.
That's how it's done.
Ooh, okay, finished the area objective. And I gained a level. Gave me a light crafting bag. Let me get the hell out of here, though. I killed the enemies with my many buttons and flashy effects. Show exactly what I did. I had no tactic aside from to push said buttons in no particular order. Okay, no, that's a step down. Trophy. Crafting bag. Something hurting me, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to do inventory management, you shithead. Rude. Alright, maybe I should go stand by the friendly people up here. Centurion Gristleback would never let me down. Alright, I could probably sell some of this crap to this guy too. Scout Steeltooth should be able to decode this. Oh, I gotta figure out where that dude is. I'm sure he's around here. Gonna just do that. Yes, yes. What's this? Shoulders of Divinity? Why am I holding on to this? Probably some reason. Oh, because it keeps warning me it's very valuable. No, I don't think so. It's not valuable. My inventory space is more valuable.
Duty calls.
Sell my junk. That pretty much took care of it. I don't know what this is. The yellow gentian flowers. You do end up with stuff that like there's really no use for that you can't sell. Sometimes you just gotta destroy some stuff. Let me see if I can find where this Scout Steeltooth is. Oh, I didn't even look in here. There's a jumping puzzle. Are they no longer going to tell me where the scouts are now that I've unlocked them? Alright, then I'm finding mice that I don't care. I really don't care enough to try to track them down if they're not on the map anymore.
But I do care about finding there's some sort of a jumping puzzle in here that I didn't know about. Can I go in this door here? Can I get in? No.
Any news?
Alright, no, they will not let me in. A Marmox. Get a look at this handsome fella. Yep. Bet they're real tasty. Oh, looks like it's open on this side. Okay. Well, screw your gates. I'll just walk around to where there's no more wall. Ha. That's how you outsmart them. Can I come up here? Yes, I can. A rich silver vein. Yeah, I'll take that, please. Oh, this is like an evil, bad place. At least there's an evil, bad person at the front door. Okay. Alright, where's the jump puzzle at?
Any news?
It's got basic supplies. Silver ore.
Until next time.
Alright, jumping puzzle is... Is it up there? Alright, well somehow I feel like I need to get up there. And it probably involves coming in here. Oh wait, there's something called a launch pad over there. Now that could be part of it. I'm gonna try the obvious way. Here, found it. If I look at a base like this, it's like that old sketch. Are we the baddies? I think I've shown that in my stream before. It's the dudes from Peep Show. Have their sketch. I can't remember their names. They did a sketch comedy show, and there's one where they're like Nazi soldiers in World War II, and they're like they're at camp in a battle or something, and they're sitting there talking, and one of them's they're looking at their own uniforms, and they're like, "You ever think about why our uniforms have skulls all over them?" Like, no, I don't give it much thought. He's like, "Why skulls? Why skulls?" He's like, "You think we're the baddies?" Anything else I wanted to do in here? I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to get over there, though. While I'm this close to it. It would be a travesty not to. I don't want to kill every damn thing on the map on the way there, though. Oh, man, you guys. Alright, here, can I... All ye gather round. Oh, you're gonna do like that, huh? No, no survivors. Oh, this guy definitely looks like he is bad news. Why do you gotta be a bad guy? I want to go to this waypoint. It's up there. Okay. They can't remember when they're dead. That's right. What's like, what is the game? Well, I think in Lord of the Rings Online, your characters never really die. They just give in to despair. That's why in Lord of the Rings, instead of health, you have morale. And to be healed, like, minstrels are the healers. They sing songs to heal you because it's not really your health. It's just your morale. It's just your spirit. When you die, you just sort of slump over and you're like, I'm done. What is diving goggles? Put on? What? What's this got to do with anything? All right, I feel like I'm going to end up having to dive into something here. Ooh, another upgrade to my sword? Flame blast with... Ooh. I like the flame blast. Give me the one that does holy flames. Did I really just take all of my shit off? No. Here, put that on. Get rid of the old one. What is this? Talisman of Potency. Well, I'll put that on the sword that I'm using right now. Alright. Remember when Boromir got shot in the chest with 3 arrows? And just gave... Yeah, you saw... He just sort of slumped over. You see how sad he looked? He was so sad they put him in a... They put him in a canoe and shoved him over a waterfall. That's how you know when someone's really sad. They're like, you know what? Maybe this will chipper him up. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. Alright, I don't know what those goggles were for, but apparently it's done now. Alright, I don't need all this. Okay, they tell me what I need to do. Branded samples. Test branded samples at capacitors and water samplers. And destroy branded creatures that might disrupt the experiments. Okay, here's a water sampler. Here, I don't need a sword to do sample supplies. Why you get your sword out? Is this like you go to a lab? It's like, it's time to do some experiments. Let me get my 7-foot sword out, please. Going over a Going over a waterfall and a sadness canoe usually cures you of the sad? Well, yeah. I mean, it's a standard Middle-earth remedy. Look how discouraged he is. All right, get the canoe. Get the canoe. We know how to cheer him right up. Can I go in here? Put that away. I just like the fact that I can come in here. It makes me pleased.
Close call today, sir. I thought we lost you.
Just this. No. I don't understand all of this. I was just gonna pick up some garbage and use it as a weapon. It's not my thing. I'm very excited about my sword. Thank you very much. I don't need just a metal rod that I found on the ground. Alright, well.
Experimental capacitor.
Rat sighted.
All right, this is where the baddies are. Oh, I finished the task here. Alright, time to stop.
To kill rising.
Time to stop my rage of bloodlust. Figure out what my next move is. You know what? One thing that maybe I'm gonna keep working on the story, because this thing up here points you to your next objective, and when you're not in the middle of a main storyline, it'll actually tell you it'll point you to like the next closest thing that's going on around you, so you don't even need to open the map. I think it's assumed that when you're in the middle of the main storyline that you're going to be focused on doing those. I don't know, you sort of do whatever you want, but now I'm wishing this thing was pointing somewhere other than just, you know, the next main story quest. So if I teleport here for cheap, I can catch a ride. Catch a portal. I catch a portal to catch a portal. Go to a place that'll take me to a place. Don't tell me about specialization. Don't let the game push me around. I know, I do feel a little bit like it's...
We increase the
Matrix
sympathetic
It's pushing me around a little bit. Although, you know, I could use a change of scenery. That place was bleak. It went from Westfall to Mordor in under 50 yards.
You know, if we had Evanhawk as a strong ally, we'd have those centaurs surrounding us.
Evanhawk has its own problems.
So is there a portal that's going to take me where I want to go? I do believe there is. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah, here we go. Lion's Arch. I think I'm getting a little sleepy. It's almost 11. The shushing hour approaches. Don't tell me about my specializations. Cut it out. Oh, okay. Something's over here. Oh, hey, Chrisinator. Don't be too offended, but I literally just said right before you came in here, I'm starting to get a little tired. It's almost 11. Doesn't mean I'm shutting down. It's just like, oh, Chris is here. All right, bye, everyone. But still, I feel a little bad. I feel a little bad that I'm probably gonna wrap up soon. My car's extended specialization? Yeah. That's what it feels like. That's true. Remorselessly, I do with the job. But Joss has been in here. I don't know where he is now, but he's probably playing old school RuneScape. And he won't talk to me anymore because I said that mostly a game that people only like because they started playing when they're kids. Oh, there he is. Okay. You have a couple hours. Right here playing F4? Wait, what is F4? You don't play original Rune. Oh, okay. So I used to see you sometimes going through RuneScape. Are you just playing the main, like, modern, well, they call it RuneScape 3, but it's just the evolution of RuneScape. Where the hell am I? How did I get here? This is not my beautiful house. All right, I've been here before. But this time I'm supposed to go up there. And 3 Weskers and 1 Huntress. So Dead by Daylight. Shocking. Were you playing Survivor? Oh, Fallout 4. Okay. Yeah. Motivate lazy farmers, destroy wasp nests. Should I? I'm right here. Should I just help them out? I feel bad when these quest objectives pop up, like, literally where I'm standing, and I just run through them without doing anything. Clear spider eggs. Alright. Suspicious barrel. Probably has something to do with what needs done around here. Nothing of interest. Alright. Now, look, what a surprise. Look what I found in there.
Alright. Can I motivate the cows? Is it garden hoe? No, I'm not going to mess with that. Who am I supposed to motivate? Lazy farmers. Gotta motivate lazy farmers. Okay. Nothing of interest. Alright, I'm thinking the suspicious barrels. That's 2 for 2 now. If I were a lazy farmer, where would I hang out? Well, these look like they're just regular farmers.
How's it going?
Are you guys lazy?
What can I do for you?
Nope. They look like productive farmers. I don't have anything. I don't have any business with you. Fine. Oh, suspicious bushes. Yeah, there's something going on in here for sure. Look, multiple suspicious barrels. I'm bound to uncover something. Nope. I'm not falling for those suspicious barrels anymore. Pipe leaks? There's so much going on around here that I haven't seen. I don't know if Brad's still here. Brad, how would you feel if I played 6,582.5 hours of Dead by Daylight? You know that means I'd be streaming that shit all the time. Not just in Hawktober, which is coming up. That would be a real shame. What if I got really, really good at Dead by Daylight? Would you have any degree of pride in the fact that I'd become finally good at the game? And you intend, yep, that's, are you, part of the reasons you come sniffing around near Hawktober? Now you come in the rest of the time. You're like, hey, Hawktober's almost here. Time to start becoming, establishing some visibility on the Gaming Lawyer channel because,
Kill rising.
Okay, I don't think I need to kill wolves. I've left the area. I have still yet to find a single lazy farmer. Killing these worms, does that help anything? Feels like worms are a bad thing to have around. Oh, yep, that does help. All right, so we took care of the worms. Where are all these lazy farmers I've been hearing about? I know I can kill spiders, but now, gosh darn it, I want to find lazy farmers. Looked all over the fields. Oh, I'm gonna have to relearn the game. Is it enough to where I'm gonna be like, what the hell am I doing all over again?
Good one. You found a piece of paper.
Looks like a pirate map. Maybe this is where they buried their treasure.
Kill rising.
Oh, this guy. Top secret club meeting. No grown-ups allowed. Having a grown-up along adds legitimacy to your project. You have a point. Okay, you can come. Here's the thing. We found a pirate treasure map, so we're gonna go dig up their riches. Oh, what am I doing? I guess I'm escorting some children on a... Alright. This probably... Now Brad's double excited. Not only am I playing an MMO, I'm playing an MMO where I'm helping... I'm helping children on some made-up adventure. Well, Matus, it's Thursday night.
Just beyond your wildest imagination.
I have to talk on Thursday night. You can take it to the bank. This is the premium gaming lawyer stream experience.
The others make fun of me sometimes for being so big. I can't help it. I'm a Norn.
Oh my god. Well, that escalated quickly.
It's an Eden. It looks hungry. Here, I brought an apple. You
Yep.
can have it.
Good.
Hey, you should come with us. What do you think, guys?
Friends.
Wow.
Alright, he can come too.
What an endearing tale. These kids coming across the wildlands making friends with monsters. You know, maybe these kids have the right idea. I shouldn't be going out just slaughtering everything. All right, kids. How far is your made up, totally real treasure, pirate treasure?
This was outside my calculations.
That's
Did it. We found the treasure.
We found the
So
treasure.
Beautiful.
What is it? I have a feeling it's going to be some real bullshit. Look, broken shells. We'll bring them to my mother. It's the treasure. All right. All right, what are you kids doing? Seriously? Like a bunch, this is dead seagulls washed up on the shore and shit? This is your treasure? You kids are stupid.
We don't have time for games right now.
Oh, she's still excited about her trip. Oh god, this thing is like a real thing. Alright, I'm gonna help from a distance. Maybe I'll give him a little, yeah, here. Uh-oh, now I've gotten his ill attention. Alright. Maybe my hellhounds will... Shit, let me heal myself. Maybe my hellhounds will teach you manners. Always forget about my hellhounds. Good dogs. I mean, a paladin, I don't know why I have hellhounds, but I do.
Uh-oh.
And when I remember them, they can really save my ass.
We're going home. Thank you so much for protecting the children. They can be such a handful.
I didn't know they were going to be leading me into some, like, world boss.
I hope they enjoy the broken shell fragments that they call treasure. I have a feeling that was not a real pirate treasure at all. Kids in their weird made-up adventures. As I spend an entire week playing Guild Wars in my spare time. Stupid pretend adventures. Stupid. What a waste of time. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Oh, Nick, is my heart going to grow 2 sizes tonight? Or was it 3 sizes? Well, in any event, we did the whole thing we helped the farm.
Good. That way I don't have to be faster than the pirates, just faster than you.
You guys still on about pirates? Where? It's a lake. Why are you scared about pirates? The lake pirates? Is that a thing you guys are worried about? We've been sailing all 4 shores of this lake. We spend many months out at sea. All right. Here, we're gonna. There's no flex. All right, bye. Glaric says goodbye, everyone. What else? What will he do next? Oh, an honorable salute. Okay. But now we're gonna let's get the hell out of here. Yeah. So, you know what that means. Thanks for watching. You asking Hellhound to teach something some manners? Joss, do you feel like I'm shutting down the stream just because you just came here? This is bullshit. I show up for a stream. 3.5 hours later, he shuts it down. It's bullshit, man. Encore. Was that another 3.5 hours of another 3.5 hours of Guild Wars 2? You've been here the whole time? Well, I thought maybe when I just randomly said your name and you're like, present. That's suggestive that you just may have been here the whole time playing Fallout 4. All right. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any other games that have been on my radar recently that you guys aren't aware of, but that's not true. I told you I tried the Disney Dreamlight Valley thing last week because it's on Game Pass. It seems like it could be cool, but I think I'm going to wait for them to officially announce it as I may wait for them to announce it as complete before I dive in, because I feel like the presentation is lacking a little bit. I mean, it's really cool, but you get the feeling like, for example, you get the feeling they intend to have everyone voice acted all the time. And instead, they don't. When you feel like, it really feels like they've got that on the to-do list. And they would really benefit from that. The only game you're looking forward to is Horizon when it comes to the PC. Wait, which one is Horizon? This is not Horizon Zero Dawn. Are you not at all curious to see what happens when that Bethesda game, does it Starbound? No, I can't remember. I'm tired. You're not curious to see what things look like when Starbound comes out? Horizon Forbidden West. That's not on PC already? I guess I've seen people playing it, but I heard it's not as good, though. I mean, it's still good, but I've heard people don't like it as much as the first one. Yeah, Starbound is definitely sci-fi. Yeah, it's essentially like Fallout in space. Well, except not post-apocalyptic, obviously. Uh-oh.
How did I miss this? Evie23 posted about her delicious pasta that her husband made. He tried to make it spicy, but it wasn't spicy. But it tasted good. Okay, I'm gonna like it. That reminds me, I'm hungry too. Thanks again, Evie. Evie's probably completely unconscious at this point. I haven't seen her chat in a little while. Although maybe she had to leave to eat pasta. Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, I think if you like the first one, you probably like the second one. All right. And good night, Mr. Chrisinator. You think I should play a quick 27 innings of baseball? Is there anyone would like me to do that? Yep, sorry you didn't answer quick enough. I was about to do it. Now I said I'm gonna leave. I have something to eat. Go to sleep. Time for a little Klondike solitaire. All right. Now I'm tired. I don't know what to say next. I'm out of stuff to say. I'm at that point. It came on quickly, so I think I'm gonna wrap up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Brad. I appreciate it. Evie, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Joss, thank you for being here. Chris, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Nick, I appreciate you. Oh, wait, it's Joss's name again. Joss, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Now Evie's I'm planting the seed of fatigue in people's brain. Evie's like, oh no, he's saying it. I feel sleepy too. All right, guys. Now you know what's going to happen. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. Brad Pritchard, EV23, Nixie, Justin Die, Chrisinator, Matus, if you're still here. Go to sleep. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Hunty! Is Hunty still here? Just have a short post-lullaby discussion of Dungeons and Dragons. I knew I could count on you, Matus. Now shut your eyes. Go to sleep.